Next, Cloverfield Station, which was originally scheduled, I believe, to come out in February.
Tell me everything about it. I want details.
It was originally called The God Particle. That was the working title. Every Cloverfield has never had the name Cloverfield until the last minute thrown into it.
You know what the God particle refers to?
No.
It's people, scientists in CERN and elsewhere around the world who build super colliders are trying to find basically mysterious particles they believe should exist theoretically, but they can't prove right now. And you know what? I should shut up because I just realized I don't entirely understand it. I'm just giving you a preamble. You can go online and look it up, but it's supposed to be. Yeah, I'll shut up and you continue. Sorry.
Okay, Cloverfield Station is now looking to come out April 20th, I believe. And the rumor is right now that its delay is also part of negotiations with Netflix to actually purchase the actual chain of Cloverfield so that it'll just show up on Netflix. They will actually just own it. And that way it gives them another foothold into getting awards for Netflix products. I guess you have nothing to say on that.
Well, I was trying to remember the movie that Will Smith they recently put on.
Bright?
Bright. I actually looked up Shine.
Shine?
Because I thought, your brain's like, oh, it's that movie Shine. No. Yeah, it's the same thing. They're getting so big that they want to try and get some cinematic movies that are exclusive to them too. So although this would be a success, as the other ones have been in the theaters, they've got enough money now. We saw a South Park episode that described this beautifully. The people at Netflix answer the phone to the kids. Hello, this is Netflix. You've been approved for your project. Like, you could be calling about any dumb thing that costs any amount of money, and they'll do it because it is flush with cash.
Your project's already green light. What can I do for you today?
Exactly.
That's me.
So I mean, that's the changing world we live in. I mean, it used to be like, oh, if you're in a movie, that was the shit, as they would say.
Yeah.
And there'd be like movie actors and TV actors, and now movie actors are starting to realize that there's a lot of cachet in really good TV, and they can make a ton of money, and it's sometimes even more profitable than the movie you spend a year making, and then it's out for a month and then it's gone. Whereas TV shows can go for years, and they keep your face and your character, your bankability in people's faces day after day after day across the world. So I absolutely love these movies. The first one was a bit annoying. I mean, I like the concept of it, but I've never been a fan of the found gorilla foot movies that they've done. Like, I can understand the appeal of them in some degree, but I know they can do it more cinematically than that, and they did in the sequel with John Goodman in that bunker.
Yeah.
That was amazing, and I was like, there's so much mystery, like what's going on, like that's the way movies should be, or used to be before spoilers or before YouTube. It used to be you'd have no idea and you have to sit there and discover, and the end just blows you away because you're like, man, this is actually happening, and it's not like fake, and it's and I'm just excited to see where they're going to go with this, because this is like the most unorthodox sequels I've ever seen. Most sequels have some similarity to each other.
Yeah, they're not really calling it a sequel.
I know, that's what they're trying to be, the unsequel, the non-sequel.
Yeah.
But a sequel it's crazy. Like, think of anything. Think of Star Wars, Indiana Jones, even Independence Day. You recognize the second from the first, and the first from the second. Okay, you understand there's a continuity.
There's an order to it, and this really isn't.
Every one of these is just done like an experimental film.
Yeah.
This is the people that are just living through it outside in New York. This is somebody living in a bunker, and you find that he's really weird and he's deviant. And the next one, God knows what it'll be.
I love with the first Cloverfield, you don't know if the monster is coming from the ocean or from the sky. You see like a lightning flash come from the clouds, then all of a sudden there's a monster coming out of the water. Was it beamed down there? Did it come from down there? They leave you with so many questions as you're watching it. What is all this stuff?
Like the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds, like the lightning that shoots people into the ground.
Yeah.
You're thinking this could just be like a antimatter transporter or something. I recall you telling me something about, and of course I think I've heard this stuff on YouTube chatter, that the idea of having a cinematic universe for some of the properties of these companies like King Kong and Godzilla and Pacific Rim, there's an idea of maybe trying to tie some of this stuff together. And you're saying, wouldn't it be cool if the monster that they're really, this is in the same universe as Pacific Rim, and this is just their view of what's going on.
Yeah, I said that before. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I'm not sure if they own these two things.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to be Godzilla.
No.
But it could easily be that because they're not exclusive as an idea. Something coming and there's an alien invasion from the sea, or it could be from anywhere. So I'm really looking forward to it. What's the date of this? Do you
April
know?
20th.
April 20th. Okay.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Podcast for the Win. Please tell us in the comments what you think will happen in the new Cloverfield movie. And don't forget to like and subscribe to see more great videos from the Convention